Aloha! Welcome to Seli's Home Cooking, bringing you a mix on a family treasured recipe, Moringa Fritters, Ukoy na Malunggay. Stay tuned! Here are the ingredients for this recipe. Let's start together and prepare. I'll start preparing the ingredients by starting with moringa leaves. Moringa is a bit tedious to prepare because you want to separate the leaves from the stems, as well as if you're using the flowers, you may want to separate the flowers as well. Here, after you take them out of the bigger ribs, you may want to remove the stringy stem, so you are left with the tender leaves for this recipe. It probably took me 30 minutes to prepare the moringa leaves, and make sure to wash it. Well, it rained in our area a few days ago, so the leaves are not that dusty. And all you need is to clean it under running water. Moringa is pretty resistant to pests. Also, it only requires little care, and they grow profusely in my backyard. Discovering new ways to cook with moringa has been so much fun. If you have not checked out my video, please check on the link above and discover moringa recipes. So please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and don't forget to also click the bell so you won't miss any moringa recipes. When chopping your celery, don't chop it too big. I would prefer a fine cut. We're using a Maui sweet onion here. I guess it's okay to use yellow or red onion in this recipe, however, because we want the moringa flavor to shine, we are using the sweet onion because it has a mild flavor. Before we mix all of the ingredients, let's soak our achuete or annatto seeds. This will give the moringa fritter some of that yellow color. And in our family, we use this achuete. And I remember as a young girl, my dad used to have a tree in our backyard. And he uses this for his famous ukoy, which I actually sell the ukoy mix on my website, selisproducts.com. I will share that on the description below. You can use metal spoon when mixing all the ingredients together, but I prefer to work with my hands. I really want to feel the dough and the flour, how it's interacting with the wet ingredients. And for this specific recipe for ukoy, you want to make sure that you have the right consistency, because if you don't, the fritter will come out chewy, and you want a fritter that's really crispy. Mix the ingredients really well here, and you really need to feel and make sure that you have the right consistency. You don't want it to be too dry, but you also do not want it to be too wet. So really feel it. If it's too dry, then add more water. And if it's too wet, add more flour. Make sure that when you're adding your annatto seeds, mix that and really get that color, because that's your natural food coloring. Strain the seeds. You need to discard the seeds. We don't eat the seeds. We just need that ingredient for food coloring. You can see the consistency here. It has a little water. It needs to sit. Well, first of all, the dried shrimp need to rehydrate. And also the rice and the liquid will marry together, and so it will come together. The rice will soak up in the moisture and you have a good consistency. So let that sit for about 10 minutes. Use a medium frying pan and a cup of vegetable oil. But you can use 2 cups, it all depends. You just need an inch or less to cook your fritters. And your fritters is ready to be fried. If you see some water settling on top, don't worry. All you need to do is mix that. Sometimes rice do that. And don't be afraid. It looks so liquidy, but that's the consistency you want when you're making fritters. All right, we are ready to cook. But make sure, I just want to tell you that use medium-low heat here. You don't want to burn your moringa. That's really, really important. When you're frying, be patient. Use medium-low heat. And I really love that sizzling sound of the fritters. They are so beautiful. Ukoy is a common snack and actually pretty popular in the Philippines. I grew up eating ukoy. My dad has the best ukoy recipe, and it's pretty famous where we live. The only difference of his recipe to mine is I'm using moringa. He uses cabbage. And try this recipe, a new way to eat moringa. And if you want to incorporate moringa in your daily diet, this is a way. And visit my channel for more recipes on moringa. And if you have a recipe of moringa that you want me to feature in my channel, please leave me a comment below. It's taking me about 1 to 2 or 3 minutes to fry the fritters. So the look that you want to see is golden brown. You want your fritters to be crispy. And this is how it should look like. Look at how beautiful that is. Let your fritters drip in paper towel before serving and serve it warm. It's really good. Here, I am actually removing the debris, the food particles that was left behind when I fried the fritters. You want to remove this before you fry another batch because you don't want that burning and getting into your fritters. It will taste so bad. Well, for me at least, it tastes bitter. So remove those food particles before you start a new batch. And look at how beautiful that is. This recipe made about 15 fritters. Traditionally, we use vinegar soy sauce as a dipping sauce, but you can use anything. Or even without a sauce. It tastes really good. Check out our recipes. Visit our channel, Seli's Home Cooking. Ahui ho!